Who doesn't love a little magic and mysticism in their video games, right? Well, that's what awaits players in action RPG Ravenlok, the latest effort from developer 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞. The conclusion to their voxel trilogy, which consists of previous efforts Riverbond and Echo Generation, Ravenlok takes players through fantasy landscapes inspired by the works of C.S. Lewis and the legendary Tolkien, along with Studio Ghibli films. Ravenlok is an incredibly accessible action RPG that, if anything, is one of the most beautiful games released thus far in 2023. Ravenlok takes place across both the quote real world and a fantasy realm where your lead character is said to be a chosen hero. After naming your character, you'll find yourself in that real world where you and your parents are settling into a new home. While helping them unpack and get cozy, you'll discover a mirror that leads to the fantasy realm, similar to something out of Alice in Wonderland or the Chronicles of Narnia series. From here, you'll find yourself in a very linear, simplistic, and not so challenging action RPG, but I'll be damned if it isn't gorgeous. Ravenlok will completely bombard players with fetch quests early on, almost ad nauseum, with every character you interact with requiring you to run off for some kind of item. Seriously, y'all are a lazy bunch in this game. You'll collect sheet music, clock pieces, awaken forest spirits by dancing in front of them, kill X number of baddies. There's plenty of these quests, but none of these tasks are particularly difficult to complete and mostly involve basic exploration or killing bosses. Your combat consists of a basic slash and dash mechanic, a shield, and some magical abilities that folks of all ages should be able to grasp without too much trouble. Players can expect a complete cakewalk here if you have any experience with video games in the last few years. But that's kind of by design. Now that said, there was a moment where my stomach dropped down to my butt during this review as I ran into the first boss and he beat me quite easily. Thankfully, I just realized that I missed where you level up. There's a mouse creature that you can talk to, and then you gain levels that way based off of feathers that you've gathered off of defeating foes. Crisis averted. Turns out you can very easily over-level your protagonist and combat becomes almost laughable. The game is definitely designed with that younger audience in mind, so if you're into the Souls games, you really crave that challenge, you get that old Souls boner, this one's not really going to be for you. Outside of those feathers and doing that little dancey dance that I touched on earlier, you can also earn coins, and this will allow you to purchase certain items like potions, though you might not need them. If you do, however, they're very easily accessible in combat by pushing the down button. Oh, and I should also mention you can throw bombs at enemies. Despite its simplicity, I found the gameplay and storytelling in Ravenlok incredibly charming. There's so much magic packed into these environments and characters that it would be tough not to find something to like here for anyone. My biggest qualm was the semi-fixed camera, which often had me blindly wandering at the screen or directly into a boss. You can rotate the camera a bit and push in the right stick to center your view, but this game really needed a fuller range of camera motion. Thankfully, back on the positive side of things, getting around the different areas of Ravenlok is a breeze thanks to a fast travel system through mirrors scattered across the world. The beautifully crafted voxel world itself will take you everywhere from magical mushroom forests to a majestic mansion, all rich with creatures straight out of Wonderland. It's a beautiful game with outstanding performance to boot. The game ran without a single hitch on my 2070 Super and features such wondrous imagination. My personal favorite enemy? 𝐦𝐤𝐬𝐿 the Glutton. Most of the creature design is superb with amazing lighting effects, smooth animations, and a color palette to die for. Probably my favorite looking game of the year thus far. Sound design is also excellent with mystical synthy melodies, light pianos littered throughout here or there, and even more bombastic orchestrated pieces. From the sound of your feet trudging through the grass to 𝐦𝐤𝐬𝐿's disgusting frothing, Ravenlok both looks and sounds astounding. Why do I feel like I probably enjoyed Ravenlok more than a lot of people will? I just get that sinking feeling. I haven't actually looked around to see what anyone else thinks because I really don't care. Maybe it was the reprieve from the endless slew of Souls and roguelikes, or maybe I needed a bit of magic in my life. Either way, Ravenlok had me smiling throughout its 6 to 10 hours. I was filled with glee as I leveled up or gathered the next item to fill out a quest. Wonky camera, short length, and simplicity aside, Ravenlok makes you feel like a kid again, and you can't put a price on that. I was so damn happy to see new areas without trudging through the same crap a bazillion times like so many rogue games do today. It was honestly really refreshing. Perhaps a bit controversially, I'm sure haters gonna hate, but this is my channel, damn it, and I would have regretted not doing this at the end of the year, so by the skin of its teeth, I am awarding Ravenlok the golden genie lamp of approval. Alright, I did you a favor now, devs. Fix the damn camera and maybe make just a little bit more difficulty in there, and we'll be all good. I promise people will enjoy this game. Thank you so much for supporting clickbait-free independent content here on YouTube. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming, and be sure to check out patreon.com/IDreamOfIndieGames, where we can together defeat the gaming echo chamber.